Hi there, I'm Claire Chancellor from Be Your Purpose Coaching. Today I want to look at the spiral that keeps people stuck. Now, you as a coach or a wellness professional might be feeling stuck and that's why you're attracted to this video. Or maybe you've got a lot of clients that complain about being stuck and you want to better understand what is that spiral, where you can better focus your time and attention to help them, and what needs to be put in place to be able to create that sense of achievement. Before we go there, I want you to actually think about what got you into your business, what lights you up within your coaching space or your wellness professional space. And if you could change one thing in your business right now, what would it be? What is keeping you stuck at the moment? Because, truth be told, if you had that magic wand, what would it look like to have a solution? Typical NLP style, what will you see? What will you hear? What will you feel? And what will you say to yourself when you've actually achieved that sense of accomplishment, being able to create that success that you want instead of feeling stuck? Now, this is the diagram, the stages of change. Everybody goes through these ups and downs to create the success that they have created. You first start off with an idea, a sense of inspiration, and it's like, yep, that's what I'm going to do. And so then what comes up for you is that personal development, that it's just like your intuition has given you that spark of idea. And it's like, yes, this lights me up. This is what I want to create. But of course, between you and the thing that you want to create, you have to collapse all of those limitations, all of those things that have previously held you back. Because truth be told, if you wanted, or sorry, if you had already achieved that thing, then it would be here now. So obviously there are some steps, some new steps, some unfamiliar steps that need to be put in place for you to be able to create the thing that you want to create. Now, that idea can be something really big or it can be something really small. That one thing, that sense of inspiration, can be a plan about starting a big business. It can be a plan about stepping into social media. It can be a plan about creating a website, creating group training. We're not making this first point something that's super big. It is just that first stage of change, an idea. So this is when you may see like that glossy or shiny Instagram post or that reel where somebody else is talking about that shiny, amazing, pretty thing. And your intuition says, yes, that's what I want. I want to create something like that, or to step into that training, or to go and do that thing. And so it's that shiny, glossy thing that really gets our attention. Question is, are you familiar with that phase? Because many coaches see on social media like a variety of different things that other people are doing, like, oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to do that. But the question is, like, coming back to what you want, this number one idea, what got you to say yes? Now, once you've actually signed up for that training or you've committed to that next goal, what tends to happen is further down the track, after you've invested some time and some money, you start to realize that there are a lot of steps that were not originally put out there when it came to that Instagram post or that idea. There's some there's some conscious incompetence where with your learning of like, gosh, like there's a few things here that I need to learn to be able to keep going. And so as you keep going, you may find yourself feeling a sense of doubt, crisis in meaning on like, why am I doing this? This is when, if you don't actually get the steps needed to create that shiny new thing, that people start to fall into anxiety and imposter syndrome. They start to create that scarcity mindset, and they can build, if they don't get it addressed, into like sleepless nights and even health problems. So with this, going through the stages of change, we originally go from that idea, recognizing we don't have all of the answers, and if you don't get your questions answered, this is when your limitations start to show up. Now, if you continue to stay with those limitations, your energy, your mindset will absolutely crash and burn. And this is when people just like, they give up and they quit. It's all too hard. missing out on time with my family, missing out on time and money from putting in so much into this idea, and it's not getting me anywhere. Who can relate to that position? Typically, this is when somebody will get coaching and or at that crisis of meaning. Typically, this is where your clients are coming to you going, help me clear out my limiting mindset, help me shift my beliefs, help me bring in strategies for success, because what I'm doing is not working. But if they don't get coaching, then they end up being in that spiral of stuckness. So they've started off with an idea to start a business, they've been putting in all of their time and energy, the self-doubt starts to kick in, how do I get clients, or how do I market myself, or whatever starts to come up. And then they start to almost say to themselves, like, this isn't meant to be, this is too hard. And so then they go off and they repeat that cycle. They go off to the next course or the next training. And it's this spiral that just keeps them in that loop. Instead of actually addressing the self-doubt, instead of clearing the scarcity mindset, the fear, the anxiety, they go and try a new thing and a new thing and a new thing and a new thing. And it's like creating a level of burnout, right? So people who keep themselves in this spiral are definitely spending way too much time worrying about what other people think. They don't want to expose themselves for having that level of doubt or that fear. So they don't continue exploring that. They don't want to be seen as a failure. So they'll go and do the next shiny thing. People who are in that spiral of stuckness are going to be spreading themselves too thin and doing all the things rather than asking for help. Again, sense of fear of judgment, that they don't have all the answers. They end up being in this spiral because they do not pay for coaching. They don't pay for somebody else's expertise to be able to shorten their learning from, years or months to an afternoon of coaching. So they don't actually invest in their future. They stay stuck. They hold on to beliefs that hold them back because they don't actually want to confront that big scary thing. They don't want to have the difficult conversations with people about their boundaries or their new plan. So again, they go and start off something shiny and new. They don't have discernment on who to ask for help. And so there's that lack of guidance from trusted colleagues or trusted coaches. They almost, pay little money for help, and then they wonder why it's not working because the type of help they're getting is not of that high quality. In this particular stage, they will lose sight of the original vision because they're just the meaning and the heaviness of this particular stage is just like, oh, what am I doing this for? Like, who do I think I am? And then the other part that will keep them stuck in this stage is a lack of boundary, saying yes to everything, even though their intuition is saying no. So if you think about your own dilemma that we started off with who you are in your business right now, how you're feeling stuck, the question is, how do you know that you're stuck? How is stuck a problem for you? And how will you know when you are unstuck? Because the lack of clarity right now means that you've probably gone into a massive state of overwhelm. It's all too big. There's too many problems. There's too much overlapping, when it is actually just addressing one core issue. So as a coach, if you had a client come to you who was complaining about being stuck, what would you do to help them get unstuck? Because it's important to definitely check in with their beliefs, their mindset, their projections, their actions, their decisions, to better understand what is that one thing that is keeping them stuck, because it doesn't have to be that way. Now, when that clarity starts to come in, maybe they shifted their fear of judgment, maybe they cleared their fear of speaking their truth, maybe they cleared their anxiety in stepping forward or being seen. When that has shifted, then there's this informed optimism, this piece of the puzzle that has come in, and it's like, great, now I can actually continue to achieve the bigger vision. It's so fascinating to me how people keep themselves stuck, because with that one piece of the piece of the puzzle, I should say, Life can go from feeling heavy to feeling a lot lighter really quickly. And it goes to show that that intuitive pull on saying yes to that project at the beginning really was part of their learning growth, that they collapsed some of the limitations from their ego to be able to step in their light and to be able to shine the gifts that they have. That idea has come in for a reason. And so it definitely is part of somebody's growth. And then finally, there, with that stages of change, there comes that sense of achievement. This is when you have that knowing of success, that fulfillment, and people around you start to notice that you've been able to create that success and that fulfillment. People start to question and find and want to know what was it that you did to be able to create that success. So this stages of change can go from the ups and the downs and back up again, just like that roller coaster. So to be able to move forward to that sense of achievement a lot quicker, you need to get back in touch with the original vision of like why you started that idea, why you started that business. How will you know that you've accomplished it? And this isn't about being vague. This is about getting really clear on the evidence that you and your coach would know that you've achieved it. So, is there a diary full of names of paying clients and paid sessions? Or is there the keys to your new home? Like, what is it? What is that physical thing that you and another person can see to know that you've achieved it? What will you feel, see, hear, and say to yourself to know that it's here? There's so many times people get to that high level of accomplishment, and instead of celebrating, they're on to the next thing. But you really need to focus on this amazing milestone. So stuck plus change equals accomplishment. And I really well and truly believe this, that stuckness is there as that soul's growth, and the accomplishment too is part of that lesson. It comes back to your goals. It comes back to the vision that you created for yourself. And it comes back to knowing your why. Why do you want to create that? What will it mean to you when you achieve that important vision? And I encourage you to get in touch with the original vision or the idea that you had for yourself to be able to inspire new ideas on how you can create that instead of sitting in the stuckness and the doubt. So I hope that's helped you be able to better identify where on that scale, where on that chart are you feeling stuck, and what you can do to hold on to that vision to be able to move forward and really motivate yourself to achieve that dream. I'm Claire Chancellor from Be Your Purpose Coaching, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.